Or setting up our first application, I have a bunch of mock data of students here. So we've gotten the idea, a first name, the last name, and gender. We're going to be using Microsoft Excel for a lot of this cost to read and write data back to, and that Excel document will be stored in OneDrive or Google Drive. I'm going to use OneDrive, but I'll show you how to connect to both their resources. And it's completely up to you where you want to store your data, and how you connect to it. Once you've got the connection set up, the development of the app itself is exactly the same. So the first thing you need to know is when you are using Excel for any data source, you need to have a custom table set up in Excel. And the way you know that is if I select any cell, use Control to select, the more up the top left, usually, it would give me a table name, but it doesn't. So what I need to do is go Insert Table. You arrange my table has headers, okay? And we're that done up the top here. I can name this table Students, and now I have a table called Student. So if I drop this down I can select Students, and that's my Students table. So make sure any data source you set up on your own has a table inserted because that's how Power Apps knows which table connects to what fields to read from it and what fields to write back to it. You can also download the Students file and the resources for this lecture or this course. And just a final note before we move on to connecting it up. So I'm going to save this file and place it on my OneDrive and Google Drive, and then in the next elections we'll connect up Power Apps to this Excel file. In OneDrive, I have set up a Power Apps folder with that Students Excel document, so it's connected it up in Power Apps on the landing page. You have this start from data. All we need to do is go to other data sources. I've already got OneDrive here, but you can go a new connection, and if we scroll down, you can say you've got two options for OneDriver. You just have OneDrive only, which is for personal accounts, and OneDriver for business, which is if you're using an enterprise account. I'm going to use my personal account. So click on that and go Create. You'll need to sign in with your email address and password. And then once you hit Sign In, you'll see your OneDrive connection on the left side here, so we can now select We can jump into Power Apps Photos, we can select Students. You can say here we've got the table Students with credit earlier, hit that Connect. And this is going to take a second to load, but what it's doing is based on that Students table. It's going to automatically build and hold up for us connected up to that table. In the next lecture, we'll look at the Google Drive setup. If you don't have Google Drive, you'll get that, and then we'll do a quick tour of the application itself and the Power Apps interface. Okay, I have Google Drive set up here with my Students Excel file, so let's connect up Power Apps to that file. So back in Power Apps, we're going to go start from data. Looks like other data sources. A new connection under here. There'll be a Google Drive option, select that Create. Sign in with your Google account. You'll need to allow it to have access, and now I can go to my Parents folder, select Students. Select the Students table to connect, and what this is going to do, that's going to connect up to the Students Excel document and automatically create an application based on the data in that document for us. So let's give it a minute to light up, and we can see here it's set up a basic application. So we're going to take a quick break in the next lecture. We'll take a tour of this application.